Hello Chocs and Chocettes, now in between, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Cadbury's Dairy Milk, 30% less sugar. Yes, as far as I can tell, it's basically Cadbury's Dairy Milk with 30% less sugar. It's a funny one though, it's a very thin bar. So I mean, is it just 30% less dairy milk? Is that how they've managed it? Yeah, I mean, look at it, it's very thin. Normally the dairy milks are a lot thicker than this. Yeah, you know. Bit of a strange one that I'm not quite sure what to make of it. If I'm going to go show you one, just how much thinner it is, so it won't be a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so it's the same thickness as a dark milk. So I've got Cadbury's dark milk with salted caramel there. I'm not sure if I've reviewed that one yet. I'll have to see. Yeah, so it's roughly the same thickness there. But that's a thinner bar anyway. It's like a bit of more of a milker inspired bar. You know, Mondelez. You know, inspired one really. But this is a massively bigger bar, this one. But it's a Dairy Milk Crunchy. You can see, I mean, this is still a regular sized bar at the side, I would say, as a Dairy Milk, and you can see there just how much thinner it is there. So yeah, you know, so this is a normal Dairy Milk size. You know, as I say, if you ignore the fact that it's a bigger bar, the height is still the same, and yeah. And as I say, this one's massively thinner, so it almost reminds me. I almost thought it was like another Mondelez one, really. Maybe it is. By which I mean sort of like a product that's been designed by Mondelez and Cadbury have implemented themselves, you know. So yeah, so or whatever. But I couldn't. I think I did have a quick check. I couldn't see a Milka 30% less sugar one, so I don't know. But very strange. It's so thin anyway. Yeah, very odd. Okay, so what have we got? Yeah, 85 grams. Per 6 chunks, 21.2 grams, so that's probably a fifth of the bar, isn't it, roughly? Yeah, something like that. Or a sixth of the bar, maybe. I don't know, fifth, sixth. There seems to be a 3 by 8 bar. Yeah, so 6 chunks, but yeah, is that a quarter of it? Yeah, so a quarter of the bar, that. Yeah, so it is a quarter. Yes, so per quarter of the bar, 6 chunks, 107 calories, 6.5 grams of fat, 3.9 of which is saturates. So there we go. Yeah, so it's quite, yeah, a bit understated, possibly you'd say. Yeah, it's on the side, Cadbury's Dairy Milk 30% less sugar. Got the flow wrapper example there, you know, so you can open it, split it open like that, so you can reseal it sort of. Yeah, milk solids 20% minimum, cocoa solids 20% minimum. Contains vegetable fats in addition to cocoa butter. Reduced sugar milk chocolates. Ingredients: milk sugar, soluble maize fibre, cocoa butter, etc. Palm oil, palm shea, it's got in it, vegetable fats, yeah. May contain nuts. Yes, there we go. Made under license from Cadbury. It's got the old Queen thing on there. No mention of Prince Andrew, of course, can't mention him anymore. There you go, the Queen symbol there. So I think it says something like by Her Majesty's appointment or something. Cadbury Bourneville, something like that. It's just for vegetarians. It's got some more information as well. And it's got the partnering with Fair Trade Foundation, Cocoa Life, to improve the lives of cocoa farmers and their communities. CocoaLife.org. Right. PeteTreeWise.net as well. It's got all sorts, yeah, you know, so all these little things they've got to put on now to, you know, I mean, if you really, you know, yeah, this is, you know, yeah, I don't know. This it's just to put on the keeping up appearances, and it's to put on the face of caring about what we eat, but you know, only because they're just being, you know what I mean. They make chocolate, you know. It's, yeah, I don't know. What can you say? What can you say? They like sponsor school events, don't they, for kids and stuff like that. You know, sweet. You know, McDonald's do it, Cadbury do it. You know, to try and make out that they're helping kids be healthy or whatever. But you know, let's just face it. It's a chocolate bar. You know, it's not healthy. Okay, right, let's get into it, let's give it a taste. Right, okay, yeah, before I open it, I just wanted to say that I think there was some kind of, initiative now, either in the UK or in the EU or somewhere or everywhere, they're basically just trying to reduce all chocolates by 30%, so that's why they've done this, by the way, yeah, so there's this kind of movement, to reduce chocolate or sweets by 30%, so you'll see a lot of sweets saying 30% less sugar now, so I think there's like Milky Bar Wowsums did it, and some of the Haribo Tang Fastics have done it and things. Yeah, things like this, you know, so yeah. So there we go, so that's why they've done it. It's not off their own back, you know what I mean? It's some kind of government initiative or whatever, so, you know. Okay, let's give it an open. I don't have a regular dairy milk hand, a real one to eat, but you know, it smells. It's got a reasonable dairy milk smell. It's not quite a dairy milk smell, but it's in the normal one. It's not bad. It's about 15.2 centimeters long. Height wise, about half a centimeter, 0.5. And then with the sort of like the top, about 0.6 maybe 0.7. You can see that's what it looks like there. So yeah, something not quite right about it already, to be honest with you. The smell, it reminds me a bit more of the old Cadbury's cream egg chocolate, the smell of it. You know, when he went from dairy milk, maybe that's what they did, you know. Has this kind of smell of it. Yeah, it's not quite right. And you can sense it already. I can sense it already, you know. Yeah, and I don't like the design of it. I don't like this. There's too many. It just looks a bit weird as well. I don't quite like that. It's quite uniform, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like the gaps are too big. It's something not quite. It's symmetrical and everything, but the aesthetics I don't like for some reason. Yeah, so perfectly sort of flat on you, no tyre tracks. We'll see though. I might be just getting bad vibes. Maybe if I didn't know what it was, I wouldn't be having this weird idea about the smell. But yeah, something. It's not quite a dairy milk smell, but it's almost there. So it reminds me, as I say, it does remind me of the smell that I haven't smelled for a while of the old Cadbury's cream eggs before I think went back to better chocolate. Okay, well, there's not much more to say really without going into it. I think it's just plain chocolate. There's no middle to it. Snap it in half. I'll say a 6 for this. So 6 segments is your. You have 6 chunks. Yeah, so it's basically a quarter of the bar. So 6 chunks is a quarter, as you can see. So yeah. So if I snap a bit off. Quite soft, yeah, so, you know, it's nothing, yeah. It's just as you'd expect, solid chocolate. Alright, yeah, let's give it a taste. Yeah, now first, before I taste it actually, one thing I did notice is that there's no glass and a half there. Cadbury's always celebrate the fact that there's a glass and a half of milk or something in dairy milk. And you can see it there, see that glass and a half above the milk? There isn't one on this one. Yeah, so, sure, there's still milk in it, but it's a bit odd that they wouldn't say that. I mean, you reduce sugar, don't forget. I mean, there probably is a bit of sugar in milk, but I'd imagine you'd still, you know, it's milk chocolate. So yeah, I don't know why they've neglected to put that on there. Unusual, I would say. Unusual. Okay, I'm going to try a couple of segments, so let's give it a go. Yeah, it's definitely not as nice. It starts off tolerable, and it has a really odd taste to it. It definitely tastes like cheaper chocolate. Possibly the kind that, as I say, is used to surround cream eggs, maybe. The type back when I was younger that used to be in like advent calendar chocolate and things. Yeah, it's not. Well, you know, it's got 30% less sugar, so what do we expect? I mean, you know, but they've not got away with it. They've not managed to remove the sugar and keep a nice taste. Yeah. It's, you know, obviously it's probably nearly there, but yeah, it's not nice. I think it's not disgusting, but it's to call it dairy milk is a crime. I don't think you can say this is dairy milk at all. And the fact that they have not put the glass and half of milk on there suggests that I don't think they really think it is dairy milk. So I'm quite sure they do it with all their dairy milk chocolates, put like glass and half on there. Yes, this really obviously isn't dairy milk. I mean, it could never really be, but of course they've got to brand it as something, haven't they? I don't know what they could do though, really. What could they call it other than that? So yeah, so it isn't dairy milk. It doesn't taste anything really like it. It's not disgusting, but it's not very pleasant. It's different. It's more healthy, but you know, it's not dairy milk. Yeah. But you know, what do you expect? But if you don't like, if dairy milk is too sweet for you, then maybe this is for you. But for some reason, as I say, it seems to. I don't think it's just the fact that it's not, well, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't seem to taste the same. And I don't think it's a sweetness either. I think it's just, I don't know. I guess if dairy milk is too sweet for you, then obviously this is something for you to try, because clearly it isn't going to be a sweet. But there's something else to it as well that's not quite right. It's not as thick either as well, so you don't have the thickness of dairy milk. Yeah, I don't know. It's not unpleasant. It's just not very well. I mean, you know, it's just got not a great taste. I've kind of grown on it. It's grown on me a bit as I've had a bit more of it. Yeah, as in it's not quite as unpleasant as it was. But it just doesn't quite. There is a bit of a taste that's not great to it. Yeah, it's better than it was. I think I've got used to it. I've had a few chunks and grew on me a bit, but yeah. I mean, it's hard to rate this one, really, isn't it? Because clearly it's not going to be as nice. It's got 30% less sugar. I mean, what do you expect? You know, I say if you find dairy milk too sweet, there's a good chance you'll like this, or at least prefer it. But so I don't think. It's a very difficult one. That one, you know. I think if you find dairy milk too sweet, then maybe just don't like sort of chocolate generally. Anyway, I don't know. It's a hard one to say. I'm not sure, because I know a lot of people who are not from the UK sometimes taste dairy milk and find it very sweet, just because they're not used to it, I guess, or well, you know, just prefer their own chocolate generally. But I think for me, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just not quite right. I don't know. Yeah. So I think it grew on me a bit as the more I ate of it. But on the first taste, it had a very unpleasant taste, I think, and yeah, it's okay. You know, I think a 2.5 out of 5. I think is fair enough. I think, you know, it's never going to be a winner, is it? I don't think in most people's eyes, but there are going to be probably some people who like it, or some people who need less sugar, and this will be good for them. But it doesn't really taste like dairy milk. It does taste a bit like, you know, Cadbury chocolate when it's, as I say, with old cream eggs or something. It did remind me of that, and it had that smell of it. So the more I've eaten of it, yeah, the less I've kind of seemed to have got used to it a bit. So it's a bit weird. I don't think it's a grower really. I think it's just the fact that it's yeah, I don't know, maybe that I just can't taste, or the shock of tasting, or you know, I wouldn't say shock, but the initial taste is my mouth's got used to it, so I don't taste that initial unpleasant taste anymore. But yeah. It's probably I'm going to say 2.5 out of 5. I think the fact probably would have been a 2 normally, but because it's 30% less sugar, it's what can you do? You know, you've got to give it a bit of leeway. But yeah, not the best. Yeah, it's a shame. But what do I expect? I don't think many people would buy this, and I say those that do are probably people who really need to cut down on the sugar or what. You know, I don't know. It's still got a lot of calories in it. I mean, per 6 chunks, it's 207 calories. So you know, the whole bar. You know, what's it? It's 24 chunks. It's like, I don't know, 400 odd. Yeah, 400 and is it 28 calories? Yeah, for the whole thing. So not too bad, I guess, for the whole bar. 400 odd calories. It's a lot less than normal, I think you'd say, but it's a smaller bar anyway. You know, it's quite thin anyway. So I don't know. So they've kind of tried to cook the books a bit there by making it smaller than a normal size bar anyway. So it's got 30% less sugar, but it's also 30% less big, you know. So yeah, a bit of a shame. I mean, I guess as I say, the dark milk one is 85 grams as well. So what's that got per 3 chunks? That's got per 3 chunks 77 calories. Per 6 chunks 107. So yeah, so it's not much more, is it? Yeah, I don't know, you heard about, yeah. So it's not a massive amount of difference. That's the sugars. Yeah, so it's probably double the sugar though. Per 6 chunks, per 3 chunks. 7 grams of sugar, or carbohydrate, which sugars. So 7.8 and 6 chunks. So it's got double the amount of sugar in it, the dark milk. So yeah, you know, there we go. So that's why. So they've done a good job, I think, of reducing the sugar by that much and giving it still a reasonable taste, but you know, what can I say? You know, if it doesn't taste great, it doesn't taste great. You know, even if it's, yeah, you know, trying not, you know, obviously it's going to be a byproduct of trying to be healthier. So there we are. 2.5 out of 5. Okay, guys, let me know what you think if you've had it. Let me know if you think it tastes as good as dairy milk or not, or you know, if you didn't like dairy milk because it's too sweet, how does this one compare? If you prefer it, maybe. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know. Yeah, leave a comment or two. Subscribe, like my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.